My name is Phanthian Zuesongdham, Head of Port Process Solution at the HPA. I'm helping people and bridge the innovation for port industry.
Hi, my name is Torsten Kappel. I'm responsible for the ship product line in our business area Digital Solutions in DNV. And I'm living with my family here in Hamburg, which is also my hometown.
So, Torsten, are we in the middle of the digital revolution on the vessel side?
When you just think about navigation, electronic charts, actors, everything connected, integrated navigation. When you think about weather forecast, weather routing, all the things connected from the engine also to the bridge to have visibility what is happening with the overall operation and performance of the ship. It's a lot which has happened already. Shipping is not just burning heavy fuel oil, because this is very much in the public opinion. Shipping is technology, shipping is digital. This is a little bit also about perception. And I think perception has changed in connection with the pandemic, with COVID-19, because we all have experienced in our business and private life how important digital means are. And I think that shipping was quite good prepared for this, because due to the fact that the ships are somewhere on the world, shipping companies had to have already systems in place to communicate. Also, the roles shipping companies have in the onshore organization, when it's about technical superintendents traveling a lot, internal auditors traveling a lot, also there, they were used to work from everywhere at any time.
Once the pandemic has started in 2020, everyone probably thought that the whole supply chain and logistics chain would collapse. But the shipping was one of the most resilient industry which keep everything running, because the transportation was up in operation. If we don't have this incident in the Suez Canal, probably it would be even better. But if the shipping industry was not prepared and the port industry was not prepared on the digital side, then it would be even worse, because we cannot work from home, everyone will not be reachable, and so on. And that is actually the best evidence that the shipping and port industry has shown together that we are keeping the logistics chain running.
Absolutely. This was fantastic to see how fast shipping, including the necessary infrastructure, including ports, was able to respond to the emergency in the end. When you just look to the supply chain as such, I think it's a great success that the complete ecosystem for shipping, including ports, was able to manage this crisis.
Do you see the significant change right now in the shipping company, that they have changed the environment for the seafarer now for them to become more digital?
It is so important for crew comfort in general that digital means are there. And we have made some own projections regarding vessels continuously on, and we have seen that also to some extent due to the experience by the pandemic, but also to the availability of new technology opportunities like with Starlink, that there is an acceleration that bigger parts of the worldwide fleet will be continuously on earlier.
The more digital you are, the more vulnerable you could be also. And in the port, we have also set some common knowledge on cyber attacks and so on. And I'm really quite curious how the shipping line is engaging this topic in their daily operation.
Everybody and every company is exposed. I think we have to accept the reality that this is an ever-increasing threat, and that cybercrime can affect every company. If you are small, if you are big, if you are financially strong or not, doesn't matter. I think we have seen a lot of examples over the last years.
Even individuals.
Exactly, and we have learned a lot out of that, yes. And we have utilized these lessons learned also to strengthen the digital services and offerings which we have. The attitude is that we have to collaborate together, and that we also should share what we experience, because the community has to fight cybercrime as a community together.
So now the next topic is about digitalization goals that IMO has set. What is the contribution of DNV in this matter?
The purpose and the goals of IMO and of DNV are quite close together.
It's aligned.
I think Navigator Port is a super example here, because Navigator Port is primarily the digital assistant for the senior management on board to make things easier, faster, with better quality, meaning they can use the valuable time not lost on something else like filling in papers and clicking checklist for more important things like taking care about the seaworthiness of the vessel.
So we have seen that the IMO has launched this convention on the Maritime Single Windows, which should be implemented around the world so that the ship-shore administrative process on the reporting according to the file can be also fulfilled.
I think Maritime Single Window is also a good example to talk about where still are some opportunities to be better when it comes to digitalization and transformation and disruption. So what we see a lot is that the Maritime Single Window is primarily used by agents to pull in the data, which are then subsequently processed in the portal by other stakeholders. And what we wish is that the vessel command has more power in the engagement with the other stakeholders in terms of let the master be responsible to bring this information to the Maritime Single Window by, for example, digital means such as Navigator Port. We have with Navigator Port a product which is using for US and for Singapore, the portals which are there, why Navigator Port cannot be used in the same way for the Maritime Single Window. I think theoretically it could, but practice it looks different at the moment.
That's absolutely right. I'm witness the implementation of the national single windows in Europe because I've been engaged also many years in this topic. And the first thing that the Maritime Single Window helped is that the same understanding of what has to be submitted at the forefront. The captain with his ship will sail along the coastline and call many ports. And that is actually one of the first thing which is a good benefit if we have the same understanding of the data set that we are submitting.
Yeah, this is super. So I'm just curious now, are there really vessels sending the information directly to the Maritime Single Window? Not yet.
Not
right?
yet, but
yeah.
we have talked also about the ship reporting interface as an opportunity to submit. But I think what is still limited is really the technical possibilities that we have to implement in every port. The digital capability from the port side for every port that the ship is calling, we still have a challenge because the maturity of each port is not the same. The Maritime Single Window is an opportunity, but at the same time, we have different speeds of implementation in different countries.